what are your top 5 comic stories of all time?
Oh, the
As a
Thanos,
whole,
yeah, yeah, the Thanos quest, like I said, uh, I'm gonna cheat and use the same title but 2 stories, X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga and X-Men the Josh Whedon when he first came back, those first 20 issues.
It's cool, man.
Holy crap, like, I was so sick of comics, like, I was like, "I don't like this," and then Josh Whedon, like, especially X-Men,
Yep.
like, X-Men were great, and then, like I said, like, Jim Lee, Don't We Chin Rant, as much as he did good for X-Men, he ruined X-Men because he made the X-Men sexy. He made the X-Men the cool kids.
Right.
And for better or worse, sales went up, but that's what happened. But Josh Whedon just came back and just nailed that thing. Say Spider-Man, the Hobgoblin saga. It's basically first Spider-Man comic. Here we go. Where is it? Son of a hose go. Killing me. Was this?
This is Spider-Man 1?
No, this is my
Oh,
first Spider-Man comic. 250. No, actually 261. This is it. 250. All right. Yeah. Wait, no, it's 250. Where's my 252? See, you put me on the spot and everything. Anyway, it was Amazing Spider-Man 252, the first appearance of him in his black black symbiote costume. But when I started collecting, I loved the Hobgoblin. He just showed up on the scene, and there's this great arc with dealing with the black symbiote costume. He's figured out it's a symbiote. He's got to get it off of him. He's dealing with Mary Jane discovers he's Spider-Man, like he's Peter Parker Spider-Man. He's got Puma and Hobgoblin on his tail. Like it's a great arc. And then it's him basically coming back to the original red and blue costume. That's probably three. Four is Thor, the Walt Simonson run, and then five. Probably going to have to say the Conan series that just came out, books 1 through 6. Those things are
oh, it's a new
awesome.
series that you're into.
Yeah, it's this guy. It's been out for a while. Hold on. Uh,
So and who's the
but
artist
this,
behind it?
this is the first book of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but the art makes it, and it's just great story.
Is it like Frazetta style?
Kind of,
Mhm.
sort of. Like he looks cool. They changed artists like book. I don't know what issue, but because I got the books, book like 6 or 7, and for some reason it just wasn't appealing because this artist was just I don't know what it was about him. Like they
Right.
were a great combo. Yeah, it's probably off the top of my head. Those are probably the top ones.
Yeah, yeah, when we talk about great comic book artists, Fabrock comes to mind.
Yeah,
Uh, and also
John Byrne.
Alex Ross always
Oh,
stands out to me.
love Alex Ross. Alex Ross. I remember seeing him in like he sees it. Like
Yeah,
I always hated when people were like, superheroes are guys in spandex. I'm like, no, it's a template. Like when you see that outfit, that's just a template for
yep,
a uniform. However, again, old school comics, you can't look at them literally. You look at it like this is just a template. You look at them like Egyptian hieroglyphs. Like if you
yeah,
look at Egyptian, you're like, oh, Birdman pokes, Hawkman. That's so stupid. It's like, no, you're missing the story.
yeah.
Like,
To me, he's almost like the Cliff Notes of all comics. Like
he gets
if you were gonna show it to one person and they were like, sum all comics up to me in one story, I would probably give him like Uncle Sam. Uh,
I would give him Marvels. The Have you read Marvels? I give
yeah,
Marvels and what is it? The Justice League. What he did. I think it's called Justice.
yeah. I
It's
love
a
all that water painting or watercolor style. It's
well, he
all
gets
so good.
like, he shows people in their traditional costumes,
Mm,
but it looks like you buy it, like it's realistic. Like it's like, oh,
yeah.
you get that.
Yeah, and it's high art too.
Oh,
It's
dude,
like
it's beautiful.
it's a demonstration of skill across the board, writing wise, art
That's my.
wise.
Let me show. Hold on. Yeah, this is it's my Alex Ross Spider-Man print.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love that. Like that's one of my favorite
Yep.
prints. Yeah,
And then
John Byrne. John Byrne can draw anybody.
mm,
I don't know
I,
if that's where you're
I liked
trying
a
to.
lot of the more newer school artists around that McFarland era too. That kind of hopped onto the scene when Dark Horse kind of got really big, and then there was a lot of I don't want to say multiverse, but kinda. There's an artist I remember that sticks out to me, Ashley Wood, who did a bunch of medieval Batman stories
I know
where
of. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were really cool. It almost looks like paintings out of like coffee and blood,
yeah,
almost, where it
yeah.
was really abstract and stylized. And I got a lot really into that stuff for a while.
Dude,
Um,
there's a mini series called Wolverine Havoc, and I can't remember the name, the artist, but it's really abstract, but it's really raw. It just looks
mm,
like it's like paint slapped on a canvas.
yeah, I love all
And
that kind of stuff.
yeah, if the artist will grab me, like if you're a good artist, then I'll check the book out in a heartbeat. You
Yep.
know, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. I was never a big fan of manga. I was never a big fan of manga
It's
because
a more
I
pure
get it.
storytelling, I would say. It's
Well, the thing
almost
is, like, I get it as an artistic platform. It's like jazz.
mm,
I don't like jazz, but
right.
I get it. They're talented people. My whole thing is like I used to draw all the time. I'm not going to pull up any of my sketches or anything, but I used to draw. And my whole thing was like Alex Ross is I wanted to see realism, and
Right.
manga is these over exaggerated, like when I forgot who it was, Joe Mad
Joe
did
Mad, yeah.
yeah, he did X-Men,
Battle
like Juggernaut,
Chasers.
like yeah, Juggernaut was like this, and everybody's
Yeah.
like this. And it's like
Yep.
I get what you're doing, but I'm
Right.
just not. It's just it's pulling me out of the world. That's all it is.
Some other, and I'm going to space on a lot of these names, and I'm so sorry for the comic people listening, but the art of Tank Girl, I really liked the whole Tank Girl run. I liked how punk rock those guys were, and
Wish
you
you could
know,
have known. I could have gotten you Lori Petty's autograph, man.
yeah, they were doing like a bunch of dope while they were writing it, and just burning through all the money that they got paid for advances, and it was just really like a renegade punk rock run. And the art's so cool and expressive, and it
Oh,
was kind of a style I hadn't seen up until then, you know.
I'm trying to
Uh,
find something real fast. Hold on.
and what's the artist's name of Tank Girl? Do you know off the top of your head?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's what
I know exactly what
I
you're talking about.
I feel
I'm trying
bad.
to
I
find
can't shout him out. Uh, and then I really enjoyed Transmetropolitan as one of my favorites
yeah,
that
that was
sticks out
actually
to
really
me.
good.
Yeah, I love Spider.
If you look at what was it, top 10? I don't know who the artist that drew that. That's good. Oh, what's his face? Kirkman, who drew Invincible and Walking Dead. I actually really enjoy
Oh
his.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Kirkman's. I'm trying to find something to show you one of my favorite. Oh, there it is. Oh, beautiful. Um, if any comic people are out there and you don't know about this, the artwork looks just like this. It was an Alien series from the 80s, and that's what the artwork looks like. Like it is
Oh,
just
dope.
oh, it is beautiful. Like everything is beautiful. Like that's issue two. All the art, like that's the inside artwork looks like that.
Yeah,
So
and we discussed last time a bit about how Geiger basically defined the art of the entire sci-fi genre for the
yeah,
last
he
30
definitely
years.
influenced it. He definitely influenced it. Like he,
Yeah, where everything you see now is some sort of Geiger homage to Geiger in some kind of way. Like
I would
even
say,
Halo, the video game.
I would say that and Ralph McQuarrie. Um,
Right, Ralph. Yep. Yeah, definitely
I
Ralph.
can't think of his name. But I have the book right here. It's one of my favorite art books on.
Um,
You talking? Sorry.
I'm trying to think of who else really sticks out to me comic wise. That I mean, McFarlane did stick out too. McFarlane has a lot of hate around him just because I guess he monetized himself so well, right? Like
John
he,
Bar this guy, John Barkley, is amazing.
yep, yep. I like all that kind of stuff. And then,
Well, the thing with McFarlane is he had a good style, but
mm,
I'm
I,
not.
I
It's a
liked how
weird thing where it kind of
Darkspawn was.
Hey, what?
I like how Darkspawn was. To me, that was there wasn't anything as dark as that, where it's a demon hunting down a congressman's pedophile child. You know, it was just all the stories of it. There was this over, you know, it was really like dark and sad, and there
Yeah.
wasn't anything else to me that stuck out like that. Like, oh, this is something kind of different.
Well, one of the great things about Spawn, it started off, and McFarlane was like, like you said, it's like I'm making too much money. I change it. Is he
Right.
wasn't supposed to live forever? Because you remember in the back of every issue, he had a power meter, and when
Yeah.
it dropped to zero, he was supposed to die. And at
Right.
some point, it's after I quit collecting, I'm like, oh, Spawn's still around. They're like, yeah, they kind of they kind of got rid of that. Yeah, yeah. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
because to me, that was one of the most interesting things about Spawn. It's like, oh. You know, that well, Marvel Comics used to be known for that. So when DC came out, got so ridiculous. Marvel is where DC was at in the 60s and 70s, where there's
Mm.
so many different versions, there's so much content. You don't know what the fuck's going on. It's just